Is Butlins a safe place for you and your young daughters to go? That is the question we are asking today, folks, because this story is making the headlines today. Butlins security guards suspended for ejecting trans women from ladies' lavatories. And J.K. Rowling's got involved. It's all a big, big row. So what is going on? What happened here? Well, they face criticism after they forcibly ejected trans women from the women's lavatories at one of the holiday camps. Now, allegedly, this is mostly sort of the people that were ejected taking to Twitter and Instagram, etc., saying their accounts. They claim that the security guards violently dragged 5 transgender women out of the toilets. So, what's going on here? Obviously, you don't have CCTV inside of toilets for obvious reasons, but, is this a case of someone with a victim mentality saying, no, I'm a biological male, but I have a right to pee in the women's bathroom, and they're just making a whole scene of it? Or have the security guards genuinely, been horrible to them and been violent towards them? What is going on? So, this is what one of the transgender women who was taken out of the toilets has said. I'd say he is, bloke in a frock. I've got my view on that. But this guy says that he was violently accosted and said Butlins security just dragged 5 trans people out of the women's toilets, got slammed against a wall, and dragged downstairs for intervening. That may be true, but it also maybe hyperbole. Now, what were these security guards like? Because I would like to think that, unlike how this is making it out that it was all violent and horrible, that the security guards came in and politely asked them to leave before dragging them out. And it seems like that actually is the case, right? So, Miss Roberts said a security guard had followed a person with facial hair into the women's toilets. Oh my god, what a shame. And instructed them to leave because they were a man. Good, okay? They asked them to leave first. So far it seems that security guards are doing the right thing here. Ask politely before it starts, getting physical. But then the security guard leaves and comes back with 10 colleagues. Okay. So, you were asked to leave, and you chose not to follow the instructions of the security guard. You are not in charge, okay? The security guard is in charge. You're not in charge. If you're asked to leave, just like if a policeman asks you to do something and you refuse, you will be arrested and you will have handcuffs put on you. If you don't do what the security guard says, expect them to touch you and to take you out of there. That's what security guards are for. Anyway, so the trans person says everyone in the toilets was chanting, "Let them pee." Oh my god, how embarrassing. Let them pee, let them pee. They're blokes in the toilet with little girls. Butlins is a family place. This should not be happening. I personally... let's go back. Security escalated the situation without any physical provocation. They called in 10 security guards as reinforcements before starting to drag people out. Okay, yeah, fair enough. You were dragged out. You were asked to leave. You didn't leave. You stood there and started chanting, "Let them pee," or whatever the hell you did, right? They then had to bring in 10 more people because you were still refusing to leave, and now you're complaining that you were dragged out. Okay? I personally was dragged down a flight of stairs by 2 security guards. Mrs. Roberts urged the public to flood the Butlins Skedness office with calls. Now, look, I may be wrong. We don't know all the details. We don't have footage. But I have a feeling I was personally dragged down a flight of stairs, and this person's saying that it's assault. Dragged down a flight of stairs. You would have been dragged out the bathroom, and there may have been a flight of stairs that you needed to get past to get to the exit that they were taking you to. But I doubt that they threw you down the stairs and threw you against the wall like you're describing. I'm very, very sceptical, and I may be wrong, but I get the impression that the security guards did the right thing here, and that this person is trying to make a huge drama of it and seek attention online. And as it says here, Mrs. Roberts urged the public to flood the Butlins Skegness office with calls. So, I'm getting the impression that this person is a little bit childish and very attention-seeking. So they put up this Instagram post. So this is a friend staring at it. So last night at Bangface, security guards violently dragged 5 trans people. Okay, what do we describe as violently dragged? Okay, if you get dragged out, you get dragged out, right? I would maybe call it violently dragged if the security guards are punching them in the face as they're dragging them out. But if you deserve to be dragged out, if you've been asked to leave and you don't leave, you're going to get dragged out. They're going to get physical to remove you from that place. That's what security guards are for. That's just doing their job. That is not violence, okay? And that is not assault. It is not assault to be taken out of somewhere by a security guard if you've been asked to leave, okay? Sorry, I am very angry about this. So it says, update from the Bagface Festival. Butlins security guard just dragged 5 trans people out of the women's toilets, got slammed against a wall and dragged downstairs for intervening. This slammed against a wall thing, I'd be very interested to see if there is CCTV of this, because it sounds like that's after they've left the bathroom. Security guards may not have acted perfectly. I don't know. But we cannot take this person's word literally on everything either. Literally everyone in the women's was shouting at security to fuck off and let people pee. Security escalated the situation without any physical provocation. They called in 10 security guards, we read that earlier, thinking it would be good for people to flood the Butlins Skegness office with calls tomorrow asking why their security are assaulting people in the toilets. Now, this is the woke mob coming after people. The way that they put so much pressure on institutions and organisations and companies to give in to what they want, okay? Butlins, you may have people working there and the boss is there thinking, you know what, actually this is a family place, we've got little young girls here, not just adult women, we've got young girls here, probably not a good idea because we want this bit to be a safe place for adult males to be going into the women's bathrooms with little girls. However, after they receive a million phone calls and then, maybe they'll plan a bloody protest outside the Butlin gates and what's not, and they'll go for them on Twitter and they'll try and expose them. It's a small group of people shouting very loud, but they have so much power with these mob tactics that they use, and it's just absolutely appalling. So J.K. Rowling has, of course, got herself involved. No surprise there. Does Butlins think the desire of cross-dressing men to enter women's only spaces is more important than women's and girls' rights to privacy and dignity? Hopefully Butlins will explain their policy so women and families can make an informed choice about where to go on holiday. Yep, I think Butlins, they've got big questions to answer here. I think they need to clarify their position. Having transparency is good and stops some of these altercations, absolutely, for sure. But I think that Butlins, they gave into the woke mob by suspending these security guards when all they were trying to do was to keep women safe. They have been vilified for just asking some men to leave the women's bathroom and then taking them out of that situation when they refuse to leave. That, I think, is wrong. I think Butlins need to get a backbone and keep it a safe place for young girls to go visit, because this is a family destination. If I was a mother and I had a little girl, I would not want her going in the bathroom with a bunch of adult men. Nope, not under my watch. Anyways, I'm Chloe Dobbs. It's been another video for Reasoned. Make sure you're subscribed to the Reasoned channel and you press the notification bell so you don't miss another video. I'll see you all in the next one.